For this year's restoration challenge, Napleton's Westmont Porsche wanted to go above and beyond. This is our second year participating, and we were very lucky to have a long-time customer agree to have their vehicle not only worked on, but fully restored. As you all have seen, our vehicle for this year's challenge is a 1994 Porsche 911 Turbo 3.6. Not only is this car rare, but it only has had 2 owners and only has 32,000 miles on the odometer. Originally bought in the late 1993, the car spent 13 years on the east coast of Florida, somehow escaping the cancer that plagues all vehicles close to the ocean, salt. In 2016, the car was sold with only 15,960 miles on it and brought to Westmont Porsche for the first time. 17 years and only 15,000 miles later, we come to 2023 Restoration Challenge. Looking at this car, you'd never imagine doing a full teardown, let alone a full restore. It was beautiful the way it was, and the original plan wasn't to go as far as we did. To the naked eye, the paint looked great, the interior needed some work, new upholstery, new carpet, nothing major. But like every 30-year-old car, it was hiding a little more than we thought. After the initial teardown, the car was sent to Chicago Auto Pros for some much-needed dry ice blasting. The whole undercarriage was really looking its age. Rusting and oxidized parts. Every nut and bolt was covered in rust and grime. But after a few days and some really tedious and detailed work, the belly of the Porsche looked like brand new. Shortly after, the 911 was shipped over to Lure's Hot Rod shop for what was supposed to be some light body work and paint. But as we all know, best laid plans often go awry. So as shop owner Mike Lures was getting into the paint, he found that the car had been painted at least once before, and most of the body work that was done wasn't done well. So, on his advice, the whole car was stripped down to bare metal, and over the next 90 days, every inch of that car was reworked, body lines properly gapped, epoxy primered, sanded, and repainted in 3 coats of Porsche black and 3 coats of clear. Then, after weeks of wet sanding and polishing, the car made its way back to Westmont Porsche. Doing a full restoration on a vehicle is no easy task. And it's even harder when you're working with a pretty rare 30-year-old vehicle. Trying to find a new wiring harness for the 3.6 took months. Some other parts had to be ordered as soon as possible, like the factory rebuilt Speedline wheels that used all original Porsche parts, just to ensure that they would arrive on time for final assembly. It is now mid-August, and the project car is going through final assembly. We're only 4 days away from the Check That Out event here in Chicago, where we will present the final fully restored vehicle to the world. It's been a really long 10 months of work, but looking at our final project is going to make all the time spent, the blood, sweat, and tears shed on this project all worth it.